Hello beautiful souls. I'm going to have a seat. Just done a couple videos, a couple transmissions, so if you feel guided and you're really called to the light language, please go check that out. I pulled some of the oracle decks out to see who wants to come out and play. What messages do we have for the collective today? Who wants to come out and play? What messages do we have for the collective today? If you know you've got a person, or you're up leveling to your next, there's your confirmation. The lovers and the dream come true. Okay. Whew. This big energy 444. I'm literally you on my rebounder. This is my rebounder. I have fun. So we are 8 days into this 888 portal. Massive upgrades and activations taking place. Soul remembrances coming online. All right. What else? Definitely incoming information, whether that's in this physical reality or spiritual, or both. Ancient memories being activated. Some of you still might be clinging on to those old versions of self, those clinging on to the past, things, maybe situations, circumstances. It's time to surrender and let that go. 555, it's time to let it go. 555, it's time to close those cycles and let it go. You need to choose to forgive it all. Your soul will come upon forgiveness when it is ready, but choose, because the change is here. The change is now. All right. We're stepping into this portal, this vortex together. All right. Balancing the feminine, the masculine, the yin and the yang. Okay. The masculine, the feminine, the light, the dark, the shadow, the light. All right. So those that are still clinging on to the past, it's because your old identities are literally dissolving. You are going to, if you have not already experienced this, there was a time where the soul was able to, if it's come up in expansion, where you were able to dip back down into that 3D version of yourself, or those old identities of yourself. You were finding more and more that is not accessible anymore. Like, from my understanding, is those versions of those identities, that labels or whatever you gave yourself, are no longer going to be accessible at all. Because you're going through massive changes and upgrades and elevations and activations. But so many people like to live in the past, and they get kind of caught up in the future instead of just being now. So you're being called to be present now during this great change. All right. So just know that it's okay. Those parts of you just get dissolved, and they get human words, please, team. What? They get purified through source's light, through unconditional love and light, and they're returned cleared, pure, and whole. So they dissolve and they get recycled, basically. All right? Into more light, into more love. All right? So what else do we have here? 322 on the timer. You're probably seeing 333, 444, 555, 222. You're seeing a lot of intense up. You're seeing an uptick of the signs and synchronicities and key codes. Everything is feeling quite intense. And remember, you coded yourself perfectly. You coded yourself to call this video in, 344, to receive a fun card pull, or signs and synchronicities, or just the frequency and energy that the team brings through me. All right? I know it feels intense. We just breathe, slow down and breathe. Take time to rest and have no guilt around that, zero guilt around rest. Quit beating yourself up. If you ended up with an injury, or I'm just going to go, they're wanting me to just drop this for somebody, especially since I come from the health and wellness background, 20 years, experience, wisdom and knowledge acquired, and remembrance, is that, especially with overtraining, you get knocked on your ass when your soul's insulted and it wants deep rest. I didn't know this forever, because I would overtrain and then get injured, and I'd have a minor injury or a tweak or whatever, and then it would turn into something bigger, like you'd end up with a tear. I'll use my left hip as an example. Years ago, I strained it. I didn't stop. I kept going, and then I literally had micro tears in my psoas and hip flexor. Yeah. So I got knocked on my ass for 3 or 4 months. I could not walk. Could not walk or sit or do anything without pain. Again, my soul is insulted. My physical avatar was insulted because I was not listening to her and slowing the fuck down. Okay. And so some of you might be going through major illnesses, detoxing, disease, injuries. You're blowing your knee out, you're blowing your ankle out, you're having muscle spasms. There's so much that could be taking place because your soul and your physical body is insulted. And it's how it can get you to get still, to get present, to get now, is to knock you out in some way. TKO, whether that's a minor TKO, a moderate, or like you have to go have surgery. You've literally blew something out in the physical avatar that is ready to be addressed, okay? Things feel really intense, okay? But through that intensity, find time for play. Dance, move, shake, literally get on your rebounder, get on your stability ball and just bounce. Or just undulate, but play. If you feel like dancing, dance. Go out in the yard and play. Dig in the dirt. Get in the body of water. Play with your kids, if they let you. But pull out this playful energy, this childlike energy with the way you approach life. Like you just approach life as your inner child. Like you just don't care. Children don't care if they're expressing their emotions in public. They don't care if they're dancing or screaming or flailing around. Whatever the emotion that is expressing through them, they don't care. They give zero fucks. And that's kind of, I think, what Source is wanting to say here is go out into the wild and express yourself authentically, playfully, innocently. Again, tapping into that childhood innocence and play, that wonder, the play, the fun. All right? You've been rebirthed over. And again, we've got lion energy, Leo energy. You've been birthed over and over again, coming up out of these identities. Right? These versions of self that were never your true authentic self. And now you're finally being birthed into and remembering your true soul at its source, at its 0 point, at its source point, okay? Again, inner child imagery there. There is a nail sticking out of that. That's not cool. Or a staple, sorry. Maybe something's poking at you. Maybe something is poking at you. I don't know what that is. There's never any coincidences. I didn't realize that was sticking out. I have to fix that. It's like those staples. All right, is there anything else for this message, please, and thank you? Yeah. Sharing your truth. Sharing your authentic self. Radiating your light of a billion suns. Shining your candle. Sharing your abundant energy. Somebody is praying and meditating for your quantum medicine, your quantum magic right now. And Source says it's time to share your truth, your authenticity, start creating, start making content, recording, doing videos, posting it on social media, giving the zero fucks, have fun, play, dance, sing, share your art, whatever it is. Share your thoughts and your passion. 808, thank you for that conversation. All right, celebrate how far you have come. Get into this energy of celebration, of play, of creativity, of wonder. All right? Also, when I see the 3, you're seeing things in 3. All right? The validations, the confirmations, the signs and synchronicities, the key codes that you coded yourself to receive at specific times during your process, during your soul journey. So this video might be one of them, a tarot reading, a channeled message, a super conscious conversation or podcast, or somebody says something out in the wild. You coded yourself perfectly. All right? You just don't remember how you coded yourself. So they come in as these magic, these miracles, these signs, these synchronicities, these key codes, these playful energies to give your human, your ego, validation. So ask for it in 3s, or you're seeing validations in 3s. You'll see a similar video that will have a similar message or similar key points, or note points as they say, nuggets of wisdom, and you'll be like 2 days later, you'll hear something similar, same but different, and that's confirmation 2, and then you'll get a 3rd confirmation. Or you'll be like, you'll see lions or cat energy. If you're not seeing cat energy, I'd probably be surprised. But seeing cardinals, now you've seen 3 cardinals. You saw it out in the wild, you saw it on a video, you saw it in a movie. So 3 different ways to validate. But it's also celebration. So we are celebrating. Celebrate yourself for how far you can. Give yourself a fucking pat on the back. Be so proud of yourself. Love yourself unconditionally, unapologetically, openly, gracefully, compassionately, and it's celebrate yourself. But celebrate the fact that you now are at a position that you are attracting your person in. A perfectly, like your divine person, your source person. All right? A person you've shared many lifetimes and many experiences in many ways. It's your person. It's the dream person. It's your divine counterpart. It is your sacred mirror. That's who's coming in. Your soul family is coming in, and you will be celebrating 1014, celebrating together for how far we've accomplished everything on our own in this physical reality, but then now we're attracting and magnetizing our people, places, opportunities. Okay? Yeah. The creator is here. You are the creator. You are a spark of the divine. You're remembering that. Stand in your truth, stand in your power, in play and have fun. Call in the team. If you have not called in the Legion that is your team, we recommend that, especially when you're going through times that feel kind of chaotic or seemingly challenging. Remember, all of it's perfect. It's all beautiful. It's part of this growth, this process, this expansion of your soul, this wisdom and knowledge. Call in 1,000 angels, 1,000 archangels. Call in all of the masters, the teachers, the guides, the wisdom keepers, galactic, cosmic, universal, whatever word you want to use. Call in a stadium full and put yourself in the middle. And I call in every single being that is here to assist me now with what I'm going through now. All your animal guides, all of that, unicorns, dragons, all of it, nature elements, all of it, all of it, all of it. Call them all in. And say, I call in now, commanded, I call in now every single being of light, every single being that is here through and with unconditional love and light, working through and with eternal source energy, pure, clear, for my highest and best good, and for the highest and best good of the collective consciousness. I call you in now to assist with whatever I am going through now. And if you know what that is, say that. If not, just say, for whatever you can bring to me now. Call it in. Quit calling in just one or two or three. Call in a fucking legion. Call the legions in. Call in the big dogs. People ask, why does my energy feel different when I practice Reiki? Why does it? Because I call in the big dogs. I don't need to be certified in angelic Reiki. I don't need to be certified in crystal Reiki. I don't need to be certified as a Reiki master, because I already am. Already tap into the frequencies, the energies, and the field of those consciousnesses, those frequencies, the energies, and the archetypes in the moment when it's called to, or they come to me, because they know sometimes better for the person that is receiving the experience, the offering. Okay, sometimes I don't know, and it just pops in. They're like, why does this feel different? Yeshua was here, Mary Magdalene was here, Lady Portia was here, Kuan Yin was here, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, because you have the ability to call in many. Your intention. Call them in. Okay? Call them in. Have the courage to know how powerful you are. And these beings want nothing more than to assist you, to create with you and through you, to bring the codes and the frequencies and the energies that you were required. White daisies are going to be a confirmation. You're seeing solar plexus energy, yellows and golds, greens, heart chakra energy, pinks, heart chakra. All right, you might connect with that, but have the courage to continue to break through and demolish those and everything that no longer serves your higher self. Lightning is going to be significant. You're going to see a confirmation of lightning bolts, whether it's lightning outside, lightning in a video, lightning saying lightning, or lightning in like a movie. Okay? Yeah, you're going through integration after integration, upgrade, this higher consciousness. We're receiving more and more of our higher dimensional selves, that are currently incarnated in 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and up. So allow for the integration of these consciousnesses, these soul aspects to come in. Yin and yang. You're going to see the yin and yang. We've already seen it twice here. In this portal, in this vortex. But allow for the integration. Swans are going to be significant as well. Swans are very connected, and peacocks to this divine union energy. Eagles, higher perspective. You definitely, a lot of us have eagles as a spirit guide. You are the diamond. Diamonds are created under pressure. Rainbow frequencies and energies coming in through your crown chakra. You are feeling this expansion in the crown chakra. You can feel how vast and wide that is through tingles, through just the spaceness and the vastness of it. You can feel that you are receiving these codes and these frequencies. Remember, you've closed many, many cycles. So allow for this integration. Allow for the rest. The night and the day. We're going to have a solar eclipse next week. At the end of this 8-8 portal. This new moon in Leo. Okay? It's eclipse season. Okay? So allow for this integration. And integration may look just you're a little fatigued, maybe you feel a little whatever. Sometimes it might knock you on your ass. Whatever it is, it's perfect. You get really good at understanding what you're receiving and how to integrate it instead of trying to bypass, numb, or run or hide from it, okay? More so than ever. And then just tap in and tune in. The more you tap into the truth of who you are, tap into your source, into your 0 point, this gets really quiet. Any static and any noise that is not your truth, that is not here for your highest and best good, will not be able to you won't be able to feel that. They won't be able to get beyond the expanded bright and strengthened light, your heart energy. Your heart field is one of your biggest protections. You are your biggest protection by expanding and strengthening into your heart. Light, love, power, expand, brighten, extend, and these things will not be able to penetrate. If you have a looping thought or you feel like someone's pulling down your energy, call your power back in that now moment. I call all of my power back. I call all of my magic back from every single people, place, and thing. Timeline, dimensions, space, and places, and portals, and realms, and universes. Remembered and forgotten, known and unknown, seen and unseen, conscious and unconscious, okay? And anytime, because that's usually when you have a looping thought, or if you, let's say someone just pops in that you've disconnected, you've cut cords with, you've cut the contracts up, and they try to pop in, it's because they're thinking about you heavily and they're trying to pull on your energy, or you can feel their energy, okay? So just do the power reclamation statement and call your power back. Be a participant in this ascension process. Why not be a participation in what you're going through instead of just sitting back and being a bystander? Okay? I've been a participant since I've had awareness, like as much as possible, continue to participate more and more when I'm feeling like, yeah, I'm here, I'm doing it, what can I do? What are we doing to participate? What can we do? Okay? Bringing it forth for the collective, all right? Whew. All right, so thanks for hanging out. Click and play, co-creating, because you click play, because I hit record. Now we have this beautiful frequency and energy that we are now all radiating out into the collective field. Again, it's always for the highest and best for all of us, through and with unconditional love and light, divine love, divine truth, divine power, divine empowerment, divine wisdom and knowledge, divine magic, because you are magic. You are full of magic, and magic is around you all the time, and you are safe to tap in. You are not going to be unalived for sharing your magic and sharing your truth. Those times are done. We're done. So it is safe to tap in, and we are here to remind you of that. All right? 1818, we love you. We'll see you soon. Bye.